How do you work with people whose ideas are just so messy and they're so cluttered and it just doesn't make sense to them and to anyone else? How do you work with those type of people?
Well, we're all a bit like that. No. Seriously, that's a fascinating question because I can find myself in some quite difficult conversations sometimes, as you can imagine. I have quite a lengthy initial chat with a potential client, and there I can get a good idea of what we're in for. And that's really important to me because I can make my notes. As you can probably appreciate, I don't actually use Zoom or any other video platform. I just use the phone so that I can focus entirely on the voice rather than worrying about NLP or body language. So I really get a good idea of what we're in for and what the client wants to achieve. Now, in that time, if nothing makes sense at all, then we might not have a viable base for working together. We might not be able to get on the same page. But it's, it would have to be pretty obvious, and sometimes it is. Mm-hmm. The initial chat is not only for the client to see if we're a fit, it's for me to assess if we have a project that can be pursued. And I've got to be honest with people there and forthright, and maybe have to lay them down or drop them down gently. But I've worked successfully with clients who suffer from mental health issues, memory loss, PTSD, severe trauma, and all forms of abuse. But clearly, for the sake of the individual and myself, there are thresholds that are too dangerous to step over without the qualifications that I would not have. There are professional qualifications that would need to be applied that as a ghostwriter, all right, so people get enormous amount of therapy. In fact, all of my clients get some form of therapy out of spilling their stories. But there are certain areas that it would be too difficult. Yeah.
If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, then please like and hit the subscribe button.